love you. How's it going, everyone? How are you doing tonight? Come on, I want to see some energy. Yeah. Woo! How was your welcome week so far? Good? It's going to be amazing if it isn't already. My name is Antonella Cotilletta. Take a good look. This is a girl who was failing science and is now interning at JP Chase. I've learned a lot throughout my college experience, but there have been a lot of repercussions along the way. I had really tried to get involved throughout school, trying to take advantage of any opportunity given to me. The perks are great, but I had to rethink. Was it worth it? Freshman year, I was elected Hall Council President, recruited on the track and field team. Sophomore year, I was elected cohort president, was elected IRC Vice President of Events, Hall Council. My junior year, I worked very closely with the Vice Presidents of Student Affairs on various university issues, ran for IRC Vice President of Events, and was in charge of all volunteers for NYU Spirit Week. My senior year, I am now president of IRHC NYU's Hall Council, and am interning at JP Chase, one of the top financial firms in the nation. All the perks and acclaimed honors that came with these opportunities were great, don't get me wrong, but that's not to say it didn't cost me. My freshman year, like I said, I was bombing my science course. Sophomore year, my best friends left me out of their housing group for the next year. Junior year, I studied all the time and practically lived at Bobst. My senior year, I'm feeling pretty good about, but who knows, school hasn't started yet. Something I learned throughout my experience at NYU is that the biggest takeaway has to be, it's not about the winning, it's about when you win, what do you lose? Like I said, with opportunity comes risk. You can't win anything unless you take that leap and give it a try. I personally don't regret being so heavily involved in college, but I do regret the friendships that I've lost. Running for president of NYU Inter-Residence Hall Council was probably one of my biggest challenges at NYU because of what I learned about my friends. There was so much drama and controversy going on during elections. People were turning on each other left and right, and I really didn't know who to trust. You'd be surprised how cutthroat student government can get, but join anyway. Something I learned is that you really don't know a person until you need them. You can imagine that I gave it all I had. I worked tirelessly on my campaign, drafting presentations and networking. It all worked out because I was elected in the position, which is amazing, but because I put the work in and because I made the sacrifices which I thought were necessary at the time. You can imagine that some of my best friends became haters, not out of jealousy, but just because I couldn't give them the time they wanted. I valued my campaign and career over anything else. Sometimes in the process of acquiring opportunities, you lose things for the better or the worse. Right now, I have to say I'm pretty content with how things are going so far. I have a great internship, surrounded by an amazing community of people who inspire me and give me the resources I need to thrive. I landed a pretty great spot as IRHC president, where I can make some pretty dope changes here at NYU. I have a great group of friends who support me in all my endeavors. With all the accomplishments I've made and all the great friends I've had, you come across the haters. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Those people who want to see you fail because you did something they couldn't or you accomplished something they had never even thought of doing. But never once did I let them psych me out. You need to think about yourselves. Your time is so valuable here. It's so precious. You don't even understand yet. You can make time, spend it, but you cannot get it back. I've lost a great amount of time being so involved in my activities, whether it's regards to my friends, my grades, or the fact that I haven't even had a serious boyfriend since I've been here for 4 years. That's kind of awkward, right? If you were asking me to change anything about my experience at NYU, it would definitely have to be my time investments. I wish I had realized the risk of it all a little earlier on, but you have to work with what you got. I hope you all as freshmen think about what you choose to do more than I did my first year. Even now, I feel a sense of empowerment. I come so far after hitting rock bottom. I think that F is what it took me to really get motivated to do well and succeed. Winning is what drives me to do all these activities. but assessing the risk of it all is what keeps me in check. You may have heard people telling you that when you come to college, you need to find that perfect balance. Newsflash, there isn't one. My mom is always telling me, you can't have your cake and eat it too. As annoying as it is every time she tells me this, she's right. I'm the type of person who wants a little bit of everything. I like to be really involved, busy, kind of running around all the time. That's me. But sometimes it doesn't always work out because a sacrifice always has to be made. I want you as freshmen to think about what you choose to do, and in choosing that, what you give up. Will it cost you a friend, boyfriend, or a grade? Think hard about what you're giving up. Will that make you more happy, more fulfilled? Moving forward, you're in charge of your own life, and sometimes happiness is the opportunity cost. Is that worth it? Thank you.